Okay, so I just happened to be um, pruning some of the some of the leaves off of this. I mean, the first time I tried to throw these seeds in here, I let them go crazy, and I didn't even look at them not once. But I read that they need space. They need like 3 feet apart, so I decided to just toss a few in the in the in the uh, in the bed that I was taking apart, and I still had some sweet potatoes in this planter box. So I tried to keep it together without having to do any work. As you can see, it's dilapidated. It's pretty much falling apart. This was free wood, and it was just an experiment in hugekulture. And if you look up hugekulture, it's pretty much just throw anything in as fill that's vegetative or that can decay. I learned some key elements to building these things, and one is not to try to make an extension because it's just a waste of time. Definitely keep it the natural length to avoid having to cut anything. I mean, I cut these uh, these 1x4s with a chainsaw. So one of the big issues with this area right here is that there is a septic tank that's not covered very well. So I'm pretty sure dirt's getting in there, somehow. It's either here, it's either here or over here. I can't really figure it out. I know when this area floods, the water definitely drains in these two areas right here. So I'm probably standing over the septic tank, as it is. So the idea was to have enough dirt in this area to kind of level off if I tried to do anything here. So basically, this little attempt at a planter was really just uh, uh, a way to have fill material, and I happened to come across some soil, so I grabbed it. So one of the key things that I didn't do in the previous attempt was give them space. I mean, I must have planted like 100 seeds in like a square foot, which is definitely not going to it's definitely not going to produce anything. So as I'm moving these around, just checking them out, look what I found. Oh, here we go. Now this is a butternut squash, and there you can see the flower. So it did pollinate. One of the things that it says is that if it doesn't pollinate, you can try to force pollinate, and I may or may not have done that with these. But now that I'm looking at each one of these little branches, like almost all of them have a squash on there, and I am in shock. I am in shock that without having literally any, maintenance done, like I haven't done shit to these things. Wow, and they are growing on almost every plant. And now that I look at that, look at that. This is incredible. Wow, here's another one. Oh boy, I am. If if you've never had butternut squash soup, I will make it for you, and you will forever be in love with butternut squash. And I want to thank Elgin for that because it's her recipe, not her recipe, but you know, I didn't start. Oh my goodness, look there! I didn't start really enjoying butternut squash until I had Elgin's. So thank you, Elgin, for that. I mean, it got me to believing in eating throughout the season. Here's some more flowers. Wow, I can't wait for this thing to just go nuts. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need to plant this in the ground so that it stays forever. But man, I may just try to quarantine this area off for the squash. But like, there's the there's the I mean, there's the root, and I haven't done shit to this thing other than treat it badly, and it's going nuts. What's crazy is that this has like an aggro kind of twine where it attaches itself to anything that's close and just kind of anchors itself, so that, I mean, this thing is wild. Like, I haven't done any pruning. Like, I barely water it. It's been really cold, so the harsher the conditions, the hardier the plant is. So if things go bad, don't necessarily think that it's going to ruin your crop. It actually, you want the strongest to survive, and that's what gives gives food its nutrients, and that's where you get our energy from, is what's being absorbed from the sun through the soil into the plant. So I am freaking out right now. The last time I didn't get anything because I didn't really pay much mind to it, but I mean, look at these, man. If I get butternut squashes, oh, I'm gonna make everybody butternut squash. So wow, I can't zoom back out, but this was my tomato planter. It got attacked by the hornworms, the tomato hornworms, and I salvaged what was left. What they left, and I had a small harvest. It didn't really do well. I tried to greenhouse it, and I think I suffocated it and baked it, and I didn't have enough ventilation, so I got rid of the greenhouse and decided, well, let me just take this apart. So as I was taking it apart, I replanted it with sweet potato. I did a small harvest on the sweet potato. Definitely one of my favorite crops is sweet potato. And now for a third and final, I don't know how much more this can go. I'll try to keep this going as much as I can, but like, I don't really have high expectations for this. But I may keep this nice and clean and try to save it and make it look nice, just to have a small little planter box right here. That, I mean, I think that would be really the only thing I'm going to be doing with this space. So yeah, just plant a seed, guys. Plant a seed, any seed, something that you think may not do a lot. It's doing a lot. Wow. I'm just gonna wipe my hand on this leaf because, I mean, I don't want to wipe my nose. It's very rigid. If you don't ever touch the plant, you'll never know. This, I mean, it's very spiny. It has like a lot. It's got a lot of prickly things, and you can see it's been infested with that's probably whitefly, and it doesn't really affect the crops. I mean, it just makes the leaves fucked up. But you can treat these with certain additives or whatever, inputs, whatever. But I'm going as organic as possible, which means I'm not really touching it. I just let the water do its thing. But the more leaves that you take away now is actually helping the production of the fruit, because the energy now goes towards the vegetable making, and no longer. Ooh, that one kind of got wet. I wonder what happened there. But as you can see, the ones that have pollinated have already started to show signs. I'm in shock. Like, I'm in literal shock of how amazingly well these are doing just by themselves, like literally just surviving on their own. I'm gonna go ahead and water them now. I think that yeah, they definitely deserve to have a drink. They've done really well on their own. It's unfortunate that, you know, the sweet potatoes don't have the same success. I mean, you'll never know until you dig up the dirt with the sweet potatoes, which is kind of cool because cool being able to see the fruit, you know, that's outside, you know, like a tomato and stuff. Like that, these two big ones right here, man. I am just, wow, man. And over there, it's going crazy. I just am so excited. I'm so excited. You have no idea. Like, and it's not even about like, you know, like I don't even get excited to go to the store anymore. It's like I can't wait till I can plant a blueberry fucking tree. Like the day that I get a chance to plant a blueberry tree and know that I'll be able to grow blueberries, like I'll be home. I will definitely be home. And hopefully that'll be one day soon. I just can't wait. Wow, I'm in awe. All right. There's a sweet potato and there's a little flower right there. I mean, wow, I can't like get over this. All right, stay tuned. Peace.